Okay, so great. So thank you for being on this video vlog, as I call it. Just so you
Yeah.
know, I am broker of record for Reese Realty. I've been a broker for 18 years. Well, I've been a real estate agent for 18 years. I've been a broker for around five. We have a small brokerage firm in the city of Cerritos, California. And I also have another office in Orange, California, where I do mortgages because I'm dual licensed. I'm a broker both for mortgages and real estate. So the team
Okay.
of people that I have is around 25 agents in the office. I think 27 now. And we're a small group of people, but we do training, constant training, and so on. The reason I wanted to talk to you today is because I am a member of iList, and
hmm
iList was talking about your company and what is it that you do. And I wanted you to share with us and with the team what exactly your company does. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So just to give you a background of our company, we so our founders, we have four founders. They've been real estate agents for 20 years, and we're in the Phoenix, Arizona market. And so Open Door, OfferPad, they were really big here. They started here, and they saw how cash offers people were accepting less for their house for the convenience factor of being able to choose their own closing date and really sell their house really quickly. So cash offers, you know, Open Door showed how cash offers, they educated the market on how people were really interested and would be willing to do that. So they thought, okay, well, how can we use this? A lot of agents have tried to work with Open Door and OfferPad. And what our guys did, they decided to create their own system. And then it worked so well that they wanted to systemize it and be able to deliver this to you guys as agents. So now basically you have the ability in your back pocket to generate a cash offer within 12 to 72 hours. These are real cash offers, and full market cash offers. And it's really cool. So for people, you bring them in with the cash offer hook because on the MLS, about 50% of the houses that are currently there, they started by saying, you know what, I would love to see what it's like to get a cash offer. Wouldn't it be amazing if I could choose my own closing date, with as quick as 21 days? And so you draw them in with that and say, hey, here's your cash offer. I've got it for you. You asked for it. I've got it for you. I've got multiple cash offers for you. Here's the pros and cons of it. I can also list your house on the open market though. So you have a one-stop shop menu, and then you can service them however they want. So you really turn yourself from an agent to a real estate advisor with our product. So that's kind of the overview and rundown of what we do.
Well,
Does
let
that
me
make
tell
sense?
you how I have run it for probably the last 6 years or something. And this is something that I teach my agents to do, right? What I tell the agents is that we,
Mm-hmm.
if we, if we go, let's say we door knock somebody or we knock on the door on somebody and say, "Hey, I'm a realtor. I want to list your home." They don't want to talk to you anymore. That's most homeowners who are potential sellers, they don't, from the first get go, they don't want to talk to real estate agents. Okay, that's their first thing, is they don't want to talk to real estate agents. But if I go to somebody's door and I said, "Hey, I work for the acquisitions department of Reese Realty. We buy properties, we buy them cash. We charge no commissions. Would you be interested to find out how much are we willing to pay for your property?" They're more willing to have that conversation than the other conversation. "Hi, I'm a realtor. I want to list your home." Because if you're saying, "Hi, I'm a realtor. I want to list your home," you're sounding exactly like the other 36,000 agents in Southern California. Does that make sense? So if you present yourself, I tell the agents, as a buyer of the property, so they don't have to deal with the real estate agent part, but you present yourself as a buyer, that's a different story. At the end of the day, once they get the offer,
Mm-hmm.
they may like it or they may not like it. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. You don't know the needs of the seller at the time you're talking to them. You don't know what they're going through. Some people want to sell their property to the highest price they can, because they want to cash out as much money as they can cash out so they can retire or whatever, right? But some people are selling their home because they're getting
Mm-hmm.
divorced, because there was a death in the family. because they cannot afford the payments anymore because they got laid off at work. So you don't know the needs of the seller at that point, right? So once you bring in a cash offer, they either like the cash offer or they don't like the cash offer. If they like, I tell my agents this, if they like the cash offer, then go ahead and get somebody to buy the property, like your company, for example, right? If they don't like the cash offer, maybe they want a higher price. Maybe you need to list it on the MLS. And that's exactly what you're talking about. This is the same concept that I've been teaching my agents for the last 5 or 6 years. And you are absolutely right about that.
Yeah, yeah. We've actually research has shown sellers are willing to give up about $45,000 of equity in order to sell their house in a more convenient way. Just like you said, there's health issues, divorce, death. There's if there's people that in the house, on oxygen tanks and bedridden,
Right.
they don't want people traipsing through their house, and so you coming to them with a cash offer is really helpful. And even
They're
if they don't,
hoarders. Some of them are hoarders.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Have you seen those properties where you walk into the house and you're like, God, don't touch anything? You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like, I'm afraid to touch things in the house because it's so full with trash and whatever. Guess what? Those houses, if you put them in the MLS, a regular consumer is not going to buy that house because a regular consumer doesn't want to inherit the problems that that house has, correct? So in this case, a cash buyer is the only way to sell the property. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to share my screen because I
Sure.
wanted to show you a video of actually right here. This is exactly what you're talking about. So we have a cash offer that's really cool because we'll purchase the house and then hand the listing back over to you as the agent. So we give them their cash pot where they can go and buy another house, but you still get the listing and you can do renovations on it to get a higher value for it. So just like what you're talking about, hoarders or really smelly houses. So I just want to show you this video of a cash plus offer, and I'll explain what a cash plus offer in a second. But this is what's possible. So just watch this real quick.
Hi, Tim Evans with the Roy's team. We have been partnered with Zoodealio for over a year now, and it's just a great option to help homeowners, home sellers get their homes sold for the most amount of money. And what I really enjoy about working with Zoodealio is their multiple cash offer programs. But not only that, it's what they do after the home closes with the homeowner with their cash plus. This home, the seller needed help, but they quite weren't there financially to get all the repairs done. However, Zoodealio came in, purchased the home. They were able to move out of the home and able to fix it up. And in the photos that you can see, it's just phenomenal what transition this home has come through. So as you can imagine, the condition is going to drive the price. And in a market where it is down and compressed, we all know as agents that condition matters to get the most money for the home seller. So I would highly, highly recommend, if you haven't used or experienced Zoodealio, give them a call, go on their website. It'd be the best thing you ever done. Great folks to work with. So take them from me, Tim Evans with the Roy's team. You can partner with them and know that you're going to get great service.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's possible, and we give you the tools and ability to be able to do that. And that's a really cool scenario because they don't have to put any money into it. We just hold back some of the cash, fix it up, and sell it for $30,000 more. And now they've just made a ton more money. You're servicing them brilliantly as an agent, and they're going to then refer you to more clients. Not only get that deal, but refer you to more clients.
So what does a typical scenario looks like? So let's say, for example, I met a potential home seller who has a
Mm-hmm.
property and they're thinking about selling the property, right? They're not absolutely sure yet. So what would you say the steps that the agent needs to take from A to Z? What is the steps that the agent needs to take in order to get that home seller engaged into this conversation?
Yeah. So what you're going to do? They're thinking of selling their house. Not quite sure. Well, you can go to them. It depends if you know them or already or not. But if you can go to them and say, yeah, absolutely, I can sell your house. Actually, I can get a few offers for you in about 12 hours. And then, so you're going to come in here.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you here. You're going to come in here and you're
Yeah.
going to throw in an address, their address, right? You're going to get an estimated value. You can spit that out to them and say, hey, I've got a property, I've got a cash offer for you for about $420,000. We've got a lot of different options. I'd love to show you them because I can bring in multiple offers and you can get the conversation started that way. So it's really cool. You can actually put in their information and turn off the email text notifications and then hit register. And then you'll actually get a cash offer in 12. It's usually, we say 12 to 72 hours, but it's usually around 12 hours, 48 hours at the most. You'll have cash offers. And so, as I mentioned, it's really powerful. You don't look at yourself as an agent. Look at yourself as an advisor,
Right.
and being able to go into a listing appointment with their house already sold 2 times,
Right.
you know, 2 different ways. Bringing that to the conversation is really powerful. And then, like you said, if they say, well, the numbers quite aren't quite there, so perfect, that's the option there for you. We can also list it on the market for this much.
Right.
You know.
So let me see if I understand completely. So Zoodealio,
Mm-hmm.
you go into the platform, you put the address of the property,
Right.
you put all the pertinent information, you submit it, and once it's submitted, your company within, let's say 24 hours, let's say, right, 24 hours or so, you get
Mm-hmm.
we get an offer from you to how much your company is willing to pay for that property. And I see on the website also that you had different options. Are there any other options other than the cash offer?
Yes, I'll show you those right here. So here's what a dashboard looks like. So when they come in, well, let me back up really
Sure.
quickly and just show you what we give you. Because in the beginning, we give you guys a landing page. So every single person that joins Zoodealio, even through iList, will get a landing page like this. You can customize it yourself. Scroll down. It's geared to capture leads for cash offers. So you can run ads directly to this page for people who want to, capture cash offer leads. There's
Right.
also other services like ZBuyer, if you've ever heard of them. We're
Yes.
not affiliated. What's that?
Yes, I heard about C-Buyer. Yes.
Yeah. So they market and gather leads with a cash offer hook.
Right.
So those are 2 services. If you were to jump into a service like that, they don't have any fulfillment though. So you can send it directly into us and we would fulfill that. But if you're running Facebook ads or anything, you can send them directly here and people will see this: no showings, no stress. You choose a closing date. They're like, well, sign me up.
Right.
That sounds fantastic. It is an itch that they want to scratch. They got to
Right.
scratch it.
Right. They gotta
So
find out. They just gotta know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to know, right? And that's what I said. As a real estate agent, it's a great way to start a conversation with a potential home seller because they're not willing to talk to a listing agent, but they're willing to talk to somebody that can bring a cash offer into their property. And I think it's a great way to start a conversation.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We had someone come to us and say, hey, I tripled my results by using the cash offer hook.
Right.
And your mailers, we give you guys mailers to send out and then come directly to this landing page. They're going to throw in their address. Yeah, I want to see what a cash offer is. Why not? It takes like 5 minutes. They get it, they get to see a cash offer. So yeah, it's really cool. So this is what each and every one of you would get. You throw in an address. There's a little bit. They ask a few questions. You upload a few photos, and real quick, you're going to be right here. And this is the cash offer dashboard that we give you guys. So we strategically have placed these 3 up front in view. List on the market first. Then there's a cash offer that we will return and a cash plus offer. Then as they move over, we have a few specialty ones. One is sell now, move later. So this is really cool because let's say someone has a new build or they're waiting for a job to kick in or they're trying to fix their credit, or they just need money so they can purchase a new house. Well, they can sell the house, and a cash bar that we connect you guys with will purchase the house. Then they can live in the house for up to 12 months, and rent it back for them. The rent is at a premium, so it's about market. It's a little above market value, but it gives you the time and options that you need to be able to find a new place to live.
Yeah, and
So that's
which with money in the bank, they should have enough money to pay the rental payment, whatever the rental payment may be. Yeah.
right, exactly. Yep. So they're gonna get a huge cash payment from this.
Yeah.
They can pay the rent, find a new property, and it just makes it just a really convenient option for those who need that. Cash buyer program is something where you can leverage the cash that we connect you with in order to get basically a discount on purchasing a house.
Yeah.
So for anyone who wants to buy a house, we know cash. When you buy a house with cash, you can get accepted easier and you can get a lower price. So you can tap into that. Then fix it and list it it's a Curbio revive type situation where they don't have to put any money into the rehab while they're living there. It'll be rehabbed, and then once you sell it, the cost will be taken from that. So you can basically flip your own house while you're living there.
So basically, you cover all the bases, right? You like completely cover all the bases, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you want convenience?
Yeah.
I got convenience. Do you need some time? You can sell now, move later. I got some time. I can give you your equity. Do you need help purchasing a house? We can help that. You want to fix and flip your own house? We can do that. So you, as an agent, become literally a one-stop shop. There isn't anything here that you can't do. So it's really helpful. And as I mentioned, for cash offers, everyone wants to see it, but the market data shows only 5% of cash offers are accepted. And these are from people that wanted to see the cash offer. So you start the conversation with this. You give them the pros and cons. Say, well, we got this cash plus offer. We got the traditional cash offer. Here are the pros and cons. You don't like that? Well, I can list on the market for this amount. This, the closing costs are less. I can get you more. That's the best option. Then you get the listing. So here at Zoodealio, we, check in with our agents, and we like to ask them, hey, how did that cash offer go? Did they accept it? And most of the time we hear, no, they didn't accept the cash offer, but I got the listing. And that's exactly what it's all about.
Right. And here's another scenario for you, which is becoming really popular in Southern California. I'm not exactly sure about your marketplace in Arizona, but here in Southern California has become really, really popular. People who are building ADUs, and after the ADU is built and permitted, they put the property on the market and they sell it for a much higher price. Because if you convert the garage, because there's a lot of garage conversions right now. So if you convert a garage in Southern California right now, it's going to cost you, depending on who to use and et cetera, and the square footage, et cetera, you're spending about $75,000 to $100,000 to build an ADU. But then when you put the property on the market, you have increased the value of the property by $200,000 to $300,000. So may I ask you a question? Is that something like you were going through the options, right? Is one of the options under the fix and flip program, is one of the options advancing them money in order for them to create an ADU, and after the ADU is completed, sell the property? Is that one of the options?
So how does that exactly work?
So basically we have home sellers who have a lot of equity. Let's say a home seller, their mortgage balance is, let's say, $400,000. And the property, let's say, is worth $800,000, which, by the way, is very, very typical in our environment right now in Southern California. That's very, very typical, right? So they have an $800,000 property, which they owe $400,000. So they had $400,000 of equity, right? They have a garage, and let's say it's a non-attached garage, right? It's a detached garage, right? And that garage, because this is happening a lot right now, that garage can be converted into an ADU. And that ADU, for the next potential buyer, can be used as a rental, can be used as an Airbnb. You can use it for whatever you want, right? So people are
Okay.
coming in, and I've seen investors do this. People are coming in, they buy the property, they rehab the garage, they convert it into an ADU, and now they're able to sell the property $200,000 to $300,000 more, just because of that extra ADU or that extra income, the rental income or
Yeah.
Airbnb rental income.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, absolutely. Yeah. If you have available equity, that then yeah, our investors will be able to purchase the property, do the rehab without you putting any money into it.
Right.
Then you sell it and take all of your proceeds, minus whatever rehab costs. So yeah,
Right.
that would absolutely work.
Okay, so that's a whole nother scenario right there. That right now I'm pushing the agents. I'm telling them, go look for those properties that have detached garage, because if you have a detached garage, the cities right now, the governor actually told the cities, the building departments, he said, you gotta help these people build ADUs. So everybody right now, if you go to the city will be very compliant. They'll be really helpful at trying to get you that ADU approved, trying to get you that ADU legalized, because right now in Southern California, we don't have enough inventory. We don't have enough housing. We added an extra 500,000 people last year into California, and there's no
Uh-huh.
housing. Even rentals. There's no rentals. There's no inventory right now. So the cities, the counties, the cities, the state are really fighting, trying to get more housing for people available for people. So the ADU conversions right now are off the roof right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which
Good
makes sense.
application.
Yeah, yeah.
For
So
sure.
all right. So let's talk about the agents. Okay, so the agents, how do the agents make money, right? Let's go over that, a few questions regarding that. So let's say, for example,
Sure.
I bring a potential seller for you, and the seller, and you offer $500,000 for the property, whatever. Just picking up a number. You offer $500,000 for the property, right? How does the agent
Right.
make money?
Right. So your commissions are baked into these offers.
Okay,
So if they accept the offer, then you're going to make money. Which is interesting because the trend of people buying things online is now coming to houses, and we've actually sold houses for agents uh, without them speaking to the seller. So the seller will have come in through the portal,
right.
through this. They put in their address. In 12 hours, they get a cash offer back, and they like it,
They
and they
accept it.
accept it.
Yeah.
And then the agent's like, "Oh, okay, I guess I just sold a house." So I'm not going to say that I like to set expectations, Kate. That's rare, but it does happen, and it is possible with our platform. So it's pretty cool when it does. But so the cash offer, this one you'll get about 2.5 to 3% commission
Okay.
for you, and it's baked into the offer. If they say I'll take this deal, boom, you'll get paid out from the title agency as normal. The cash plus offer is a unique offer. This one's really cool. So if we say the value of the house is 500,000, that's what you would sell it and list it for. Our cash plus offer will come in around 500,000. So it's around 95 to 100%
Wow.
offer. Yeah,
That's
it's really
pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah, it's very good. And the reason we can do that is because we're trying to give you as much money as possible up front. And so we give 500,000, but we only pay out to the seller about 85 to 90%
Right.
up front. Then we, in the agreement is that the cash buyer will purchase the property, pay out 85 to 90%, then hand the property right back to you as an agent to list and sell on
In
the open market.
Yeah.
So you get that exposure, you get those referrals and people calling in, seeing the sign, and your goal is to then sell the house. If the offer was 500,000, then as long as you sell the house for 500,000, your seller will then get the remaining 10 or 15% that we held back.
Right.
And that holdback is used as an insurance. So
Right.
we start with a top offer, and then if you don't sell it for 500,000, let's say it sells for 490, then we take 10,000 from the holdback and then return the remaining portions.
Right.
So it's really cool. Here's the best part of that is that if you sell it for 530,000 because the market shifts and there's a bidding war, then your seller just made an additional 30 grand. The investor doesn't take any money from that.
Yeah.
And so the reason is because they charge, as you can see, the closing cost here is 13%. A normal house sell is going to be 7 to 9% closing costs. In this one, it's about 13 to 14, and that's because there's a 6% convenience fee. That's where the cash buyer makes their money. Pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
And they can choose their own closing date, so people love it. So now that you know the structure of this, and as an agent, you're going to get paid 2% of that first purchase. So the $500,000 offering, they accept it, they close, the cash buyer purchased it, you get 2% of that. Then you're going to relist and sell the property, and you're going to get an additional 5%, which you get 3% basically to hand over to the co-broke,
Right.
and an additional 2% for yourself.
Right.
So in this offer, we've built in about 4% that you get paid on.
Okay. Fantastic.
So, yeah, it's really great. So
Yeah.
you get, you know, you're scratching the itch for them. If they accept the cash offer, you're getting paid. You're getting additional exposure in those neighborhoods. And worst case scenario, they're like, no, you know what, 13% closing costs is too high. I don't want to, lose out on that. I just want to list on the market with you. And then you're like, all right, fine, let's do it.
Yeah. We were talking a few minutes ago. You mentioned something regarding the website, right? So a consumer goes to the website. Let's say you're promoting it in Facebook, Google Ads or whatever, right? A consumer goes to the website. They can go through the entire process without the agent really being involved, right? They can accept the offer. You guys buy the property, and then you pay the agent whatever commission there is. But the other thing is also that as these home sellers are filling in their information in the website, the agent has access to that information. Am I correct about that? The agent has access to the seller's information as they create an account?
Yeah.
On their own platform? Yeah.
Because this website right here would be your website. Right. So Zoodealio doesn't collect leads for ourselves. We don't hand them to anyone. Yeah. They're yours and only used by you.
Right.
And so if don't do anything with them, nothing happens.
Which is a much better strategy than, for example, Trulia and Zillow and Realtor.com, where, a lead comes in and all of a sudden they sell it to 7 or 8 different agents, right? And good luck to you, buddy, if you ever get a hold of that person, right? I actually had a conversation with one lady. I called, from one of those leads. I can't remember which portal, but one of those leads, I called her, and she said, "You are the 24th agent that called me today. Stop calling me."
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, And then these portals, they claim that these leads are exclusive. They're exclusive. They're not exclusive. Okay, I can tell you that right now. They're being sold and resold on the open market as many times as possible. But if you have your website with Zoodealio and you're doing your own advertising, which this is what I tell the agents all the time, you do your own advertising through Facebook or Google Ads or Bing Ads or whatever, right? And you're collecting these leads. These leads are going into your portal. This is your leads. They're not being sold to anybody. You don't have to compete against anybody else, right? And at the end of the day, these people can actually sell their properties through the portal without you even getting involved. But if they do not, sell the property to you guys, these are still a viable home seller leads. If somebody took the time to fill up an application online, put their address, put their name, put their phone number, their email address, etc., this is somebody that is interested in doing something. You just got to find out what exactly they're interested in doing.
Yep. And you have all the tools here for whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You can actually do. And if they're not ready for it, then we actually included in the platform. It's really cool. We have campaigns and marketing material. So as you're talking about it, like, we want to help you actually drive traffic to your landing page. So there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to run a pay-per-click ad, or Facebook targeting ad, or have the design chops necessary to design ads or create an email campaign
Right.
or postcards, well, guess what? We have trainings. We have over 100 hours of training
Yeah.
that you can tap into. You can watch, and every Monday and Wednesday, we have new trainings coming out. You can join live or watch them at your own convenience whenever needed. And then you can come in here to the marketing library, and we have social media campaigns that we have designed. And every month we give about 10 or 15 extra more ads in there. And this is good because every month, Easter was last month. We had St. Patrick's Day the other month as well. So get your pot of gold, sell your house with cash.
Right.
That's an ad that sticks out for the timing, and you can tap into this. You can customize it. It's all white labeled, and so you can use them. We have the ad copy you can design, or you can copy, and even we have like Super Bowl ads. So just really good stuff to tap into and use. And then we have a launch campaign. This is an email campaign, right? You can tap into and use, and I'll show you how it all works together. But this one has been tested on 20,000 contacts, has a 25% open rate and 20% engagement rate. So it works. And we tell you, send this email on day 1, day 9, 17.
Right.
Here's this subject line to use. And then as you come in here, you just copy and paste all the content into your own CRM and send it out. So imagine this type of scenario. So imagine someone's coming in with their groceries, right? They get a postcard from you that we help you, we give you. It says get an instant cash offer on their home. They're like, yeah, I want to see what my cash offer on my home would be like. Right. So they scan the QR code and they get taken to your site right here.
Right.
But they have groceries in their hands. They don't actually put in any information. But because they've come to your site, they've been picked up by a Facebook pixel, which is a tracker.
Right.
And every time they go to social media, you're running retargeting ads and saying, sell now, move later. And they're like, whoa, yeah, actually, that's exactly what I'm looking at. They're seeing it 5-6 times. So they finally go to your website, they put in their information, but they don't actually want to buy the house. Maybe you contact them and they're like, well, I'm not ready to move, maybe 6 months to a year. So you throw an email campaign on them. You have their email. You're hitting them up for, 100 days plus. And when they're ready to sell, they're coming to you. Right. So this isn't even the bread and butter. This isn't even what we do as far as, our main platform is to deliver cash offers and show them. But these are all tools that we have within the Zoodealio platform to really help you succeed and bring in more leads that are your personal leads.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I call omnipresence. Omnipresence means that wherever they go, they're looking at your face, right? They go to Facebook, they're looking at your face. They go to their Google, they're looking at your face. They go to their mailbox, they're looking at your face. And the reason why that is because people typically, consumers in general, they do not make decisions in our time frame. They make decisions in their time frame. And I always say this, you just gotta be there when they make that decision. Be there meaning being in their mind when they make that decision. Being in their mind means when somebody calls you and says, hey, Ronnie, my wife and I were talking about listing our home, and the first person that we thought about was you. That's what it means being in their mind, right? That the first person that they think about when they think about selling a home is you. That's what being in their mind is. And that requires constant follow-up. Because people are not going to remember you after the first ad or the second one or the third one. People start remembering you after the 7th or 8th time you touch them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes time.
Even in my business where I'm selling the software and showing agents, I'll call someone and leave a voice message 4 or 5 times
before they
and
answer.
I finally talk to them and like, oh, I'm so glad you called. Yeah, I put in my information like 2 months ago and I haven't heard anything from you.
Right.
And
you're like, dude, I called you, text you, and email you. What I sent you a postcard. I knock on your door, and you still don't remember me.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and the reason that is because life is complicated for most people. and we are not the most important part of their lives. They
Right.
have other things more important than thinking about us. They have to deal with the schools and jobs and illness in the family, and they have to deal with bills and so on and so forth. And so we're not that important. But then that's the
Yeah.
reason why constant follow up is really, really important. That's always
Mhm.
been my thing, is being there. Being there, being a constant. Like I always say, a gentle pain in the ass with people, right? Being a
Yeah.
gentle pain in the ass, right?
That's actually a really good.
So, all right, so let's talk about costs. So, what
Yeah.
is the costs involved with this?
So, from our platform, I mean, it's extremely affordable. It's only so for a single agent is 129 per month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's no upcharges as far as like you can submit 5,000 properties and get cash offers on 5,000 properties, and there's no upcharge on that.
Right.
There's a $400 setup fee, and then it's 129 a month. That's a total of 1947 for the year. If you get one deal,
It pays for
especially in Southern
itself.
California,
Yeah.
it pays for itself.
Yeah.
But the really cool thing is we're being on this demo, and
Yeah.
I'll extend it to everyone who watches this recording later.
Yeah.
Agent yearly, this gets you $632 off.
Wow.
So that's a setup.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really big discount. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a $400 discount. It's just, we're removing the setup fee and then giving you a 15% off for each month. So yeah, it's a total of $1,315, and that's for an entire year.
Yeah.
So
that
it's
comes to around like $105 a month or something like that. And I always tell the agents this. I said, listen, you run your own business, right? Like each one of us in our office, in our brokerage, in both of our companies, right? Each one of us runs
yeah,
our own business. This is our own business, I say. And if you're not willing to invest $100 a month in your own business, maybe you should go out and get a job, because this is not for you. I am sorry,
yeah,
but I'm very brutally honest with people. And I tell them that. I said, you know what? $100 is not that difficult to make. If you wanted to make $100, go do Uber for 2 hours and you'll make $100. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry,
yeah,
but I'm brutally honest with my agents, right? Because this is the truth. I mean, I invest a lot of money into my business. We run Facebook ads and Google ads, and we have the contact database, and we have the telemarketing campaigns and the text message campaigns, and we have all of these things, and we invest, and I invest in the office. Just right now, I'm going to pay my
yeah,
Arizona Mission insurance for the office, and that's going to cost me $4,000. I'm investing in my business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is
yeah,
my business, right? So what I'm trying to say here is this. If somebody's not willing to invest $100 a month in doing something like this, which obviously is going to give results, because obviously it is, right? Because of all the
mhm,
things that we already talked about. If somebody's not willing to invest $100 a month, maybe they shouldn't be in this business. I got to be honest with you. I'm brutally honest with people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, there's two people. There's two different types of people, and one is the scarcity mindset, and one's the opposite of that, where it's like, oh, okay, this gives me an incredible amount of tools and ability and speed and efficiency. Where if I sign up now, I'll have this paid off in 1 to 3 months, and be making tons of money more. And the other people are like, well, I'm going to hold off until I
Right.
get a closing or this or that.
Right.
And I've signed up, I've had both of them. I talked to both of them, and the ones that say, all right, let's do this. Let's get going. It's very typical for me to hear within a month that they got a cash offer
Right.
accepted. And I got one in Florida just recently, signed him up like maybe 3 weeks ago. He's like, hey, got a cash offer. I'm going to present it to him. He accepted it. Now it was $920,000. That's a cash offer we put out there. It was accepted, and so he's getting paid on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, and you pay for it. So my point that I'm trying to make is, you get started now. You don't have to worry about making that money. You get started now, and you're going to make more money, and you're not going to have to like wait for yourself to like build up, just I go forward with that faith and knowing that this is
Yep. Or
really
again, listen,
valuable.
again, I'm like, I'm a true believer in multiple streams of income. I have multiple streams of income coming in. Real estate is not the only thing that I do, right? But I tell everybody this: if you don't have the $1,300, go do something for 5 days. Go do Uber, Postmates, I don't care, Amazon delivery, whatever you want to do, right? Do the $1,300 and invest it in your business, because once you invest it in your business, it's going to multiply. There is no way that somebody is going to be running advertising on this product right here on your website. There's no way somebody's going to be running advertising on your website for a whole year and not close a few transactions. It is an impossibility. You know what I'm saying? if
Mhm.
if if they don't get any transactions out of this in the whole year, there's something utterly wrong with them, not with the market, but with them or their process that they're doing. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's what we always say. We're like, hey, this product works, but do you?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
if
Right.
you're not gonna work, it won't do anything for you. But we have a guarantee, satisfaction guarantee. So at the end of 12 months, if you've been using it, and we can see if you're gonna use it, if you're using it, then we'll give you your money back. If it doesn't
If you
work.
haven't closed a transaction, right?
Yeah, we 100% will
Right.
stand by that, because we've never met a single soul that has used this for 12 months and not gotten multiple extra deals throughout that year.
Well,
It's
I
just,
got to tell you, I can't wait to share this video right now with all of the agents and all of my students, because I do have a real estate school, and I
yeah,
can't wait to share this video with all of our students and all of our agents, because this is an opportunity that if they haven't taken this opportunity yet, they got to do it. They got to do it today. They got to do it now. And they got to go in, like you said, with faith that this is going to work. But
mhm,
again, it's not just about having Zoodealio, it's also about doing the prospecting, because Zoodealio is a great product, but if you're not bringing people into the website, if you're not talking to people on a day-to-day basis regarding the things that you can do with this product, then it's not going to work, right? So again,
correct.
you have to invest in the business, but you also have to do the prospecting. You have to do the marketing. You have to be able to send those letters and emails and text messages and door knocks and do whatever the marketing you're doing, and through the open houses and the neighborhood farms, etc. And you got to use this product. And this product, the way I see it, you have covered all the bases of anything that a potential home seller would need. That's the way I see it. So I can't wait to share this video. I gotta be honest with you, this is a great product, and I'm very, very happy that we had this conversation today. I want to thank you for your time. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
Thank you for the accommodation. I really appreciate it. And we'll be sending this video out to all the agents. And I will. Can you please give me your email address so they know how to reach out to you directly?
yeah. I'll type it in the chat.
You can type it
Um,
on the screen somewhere there. Just put it
yeah,
where it says brokerage name, kind of in the middle of the screen there. You can type your email address there.
yeah. Is that easier?
Yeah, it's easier that way so they can see it. There you go. See, James at Zoodealio.
Zoodealio.com.
Fantastic. So that's your email address right there. So guys, that's the email address for James. If you have any questions, if you have any questions, concerns, anything at all, reach out to him directly. He'll be able to help you on anything that you need. Okay.
And also, yeah, the agent yearly, this promo code, if it changes for any reason, just reach out to me and let me know you're on this video, and I'll whip up another one to give
Okay.
you the same deal.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, James. Thank you so much for everything. And just give me 1 second. Let me stop the recording for a second, okay? I
Yeah.
want to thank you properly.